Welcome back in the Golden Tee Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. Happy Tuesday. Good morning to you guys. Let's get things rocking and rolling with this week's classic course of the week, Antelope Pass. This is a pretty fun course from Golden Tee 2016, which somehow 2016 is already 6 years ago. Let's not talk about it. It makes me feel extra old today, but find a Golden Tee 2021 or PGA Tour arcade game near you. GoldenTee.com/locations. If you're in a state that allows for prize play, select golf for prizes, 18 holes, and then you will see Antelope Pass and the rest of the classic courses of the week as they rotate and change after the remaster courses. All right, hole 2. You can see on the bottom left screen, handful of different tee boxes. This one is a little bit tighter than the others. Now, you got to make sure, because there are such high rocks here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead to the right. I'm going to high tee it, and I'm just going to punch it ahead. The reason I did that, I could have done that with a 6-wood most likely, but there's a lot of green here. I probably hit that harder than I needed to. But the last thing you want, if you've ever played Antelope Pass, you understand how tough it is to get caught up in the dirt on this course, especially when you've got 3 or 4 big rocks around you. It's not a fun experience, so highly, highly don't recommend it. Hole 3, pretty straightforward, par 3. At least in this setup, I am playing in production against 49 other Golden Tee players in the U.S. and Canada. But so you may be out early enough where you see this setup. But I want to play in production because I like showing you guys these courses as other people competing in these courses and contests are actually seeing it. So probably not going to get the same setup here because it is a 50-person contest. But the general look of Antelope Pass is going to stay the same. Couple of tough par 4s that you really have to earn that eagle on. Couple of par 5s that can be a little tricky. This is probably the first one here, hole number 5. We'll do a quick little flyby. Not a lot of green to work with. Because that wind's blowing straight here, what I'm going to try, and I don't remember if this will work, is I'm just going to hit a C3 high tee 8-wood. Alright, and that 8-wood does get over, and so because you got that 10-mile-an-hour wind at your back, it's going to probably come out a little far like mine did. That works much better when the wind is blowing into you. And then, of course, it's early enough where my chipping absolutely sucks, so we'll ignore that. Almost missed the putt. I would have recorded, probably would have restarted the video if I missed that putt. In hole number 6, this course does not wait long to give you a couple of tricky setups. We are in one of the farthest tee boxes. If you're up front, you actually have the luxury of just doing a high tee A1 or spinny A1 to get out in that fairway. We don't have that here. So what you want to do is just aim over for this top left corner. Don't hit it too hard because rough is not going to be fun there, which is exactly what I did. We should be okay here because I'm close enough in the rough. I just won't get as much spin, which probably won't hurt me here too much. But honestly, as long as you stay far enough away from those rocks, you should be able to take a 6 or 5 wood right over and then putt in for eagle. All right, hole number 7. This one's a fun one. We've seen a lot of, a lot of shots of the week come from this hole. That almost was one of them. Although I love bouncing it off the rocks on this course, it's usually a bit easier if you don't try to play pinball, especially early on in the round. Unless you're like me and just miss every chip and you don't want to quit and say, screw it, go for the shot of the week. All right, hole 8, couple of different options you can do here. I don't recommend going down to the left side unless you absolutely need to. This may look intimidating here because of the sand trap. What I'm going to recommend is just go ahead and hit a high tee 3-wood. You don't have to crush it. You see I barely hit it 100, over 100 on the shot meter. This is going to be your perfect layup spot. and a good attempt to get double eagle. Now, again, 353. This is a far pin. I'm not actually going to put roll on it because if I do, it's going to blow past it because I was able to hit it almost 340 off of that fairway with my driver, my 9.5 degree driver. Hey, look at that. We made a chip today. Woo! We've done it, folks. All right, one chip down. Unfortunately, probably a few more to go. And then hole 9. This is a fun one because the tee boxes, they vary in distance so much. For some reason, this contest, they love putting the pins tucked in a corner, which is going to make pin seeking a little difficult. But not too difficult. At least get that birdie putt in. Could have a much better front 9, but that's all right. We're going to power through it as we go to hole 10. Hole 10, a very straightforward par 4. Just go ahead and blast that driver down the center. If you can't, for some reason, because you're in a farther box, go to the right-hand side. Don't be afraid to use a 5-wood and come in from far away. I love having an iron at this, especially with that wind. You notice I didn't put any spin on it. Just went at it naked. Nice little 9-foot putt for birdie, and you're moving on. Still don't know why my player rating's so high because the scores aren't that good. Hole 11, this is a nice drivable par 4. Depending on which of these 4 boxes you see in the bottom left corner of the screen, this is a little bit harder than it looks. If you don't get it on the green and you blow past the green or go short, unfortunately, those are unplayable. So you are going to come at this offset. I'm going to just take a 9.5 degree driver. I don't want to crush it. I just want to throw it up there to not hit the rock or do that and then blow past the green. That sucks. Was actually looking pretty nice. If the hole would have gotten in the way, that would have been lovely. I don't know the last time I actually hit a hole in one in this hole. So don't do that. That's exactly why you don't want to get cute and go with the 9.5 degree driver. 10.5 degree driver is going to get you up farther in the air and on the green. And you can avoid that. Exactly what I just did. All right, this hole 12. This one is somewhat tricky. It's an offset par 5, non-drivable. This farther back box, you're going to want to just push it out there. You got to get on the fairway. If you don't get on the fairway, you're kind of screwed. This is nice because I could just take my 3-wood right at it, but there are times where that pin's going to be in the far left corner, and you've got to hit a, almost a BC 2-3 with the 5 or the 3-wood. At least I've got one nice shot here in the par 5. And if you get that farther box, you actually can just high tee it and blow past all that and go on the fairway with a nice, 3 or 5 hybrid or iron shot into that. Hole 13, this has a really short pin and a really long pin. So if you have super spin like me, be careful. That actually came out because it's the G wedge, a lot softer than the rest of my clubs. That one can get a little tricky though. All right, hole 14. If you've played in a Freaky Friday contest before, you've definitely seen hole 14. This is the drivable par 5. It's a really fun one. You can go right at it, or you can do what will get you shot of the week and play pinball with it. I think maybe one time I've aced this. I don't even know. But now would be perfect. I'm honestly more than happy. I'm thrilled to be putting in for double eagle on this hole. Every time it's in a Freaky Friday, you guys have seen it here in the lounge, whether it's been taped or live. It usually doesn't go well for me. So that, I am more than happy to not only get on the green, but make the putt, because I've been terrible with my putting lately. Excuse me. All right, now we get to the tricky parts. Hole 15, a par 4. You got a big rock here in front of your face. You've got some rocks to the right of the green. The wind blowing to the left does not help either. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to play it safe. I'm not going to get cute with it. I'm just going to throw my 10.5 degree driver on the green and take the long putt. 3 wood's probably the better option because as you saw, I almost hit the rock, and I did not want to smell what the rock was cooking there. So I was flirting with the rock there. Thankfully, got on the green, on the fringe, made that putt. But that really can throw you off a bit if you're on a good run. Hole 16, the par 5. A couple different tee boxes that, again, can throw you off here. High tee from where we're at. Even if you get in the rough here, it's okay. But it ends up on the first cut. Now, where it gets tricky is the right 8 and this weird-shaped green. Thankfully, we're only 215 away, so I'm just going to push my 6 wood to the left and be happy with it. When that pin is on the right side of the green and close to the fringe, and you got a wind blowing at your back, it gets a little nerve-wracking. So, as you can see, scores, wide variety here, but that really can make or break a round. And speaking of make or break around, hole 17 here at the par 3. This one's 263. This one, the wind in the face is going to help you. The down 9 slope is not. If you try to get cute with the 3 wood, I worry that the same thing that happened on the earlier drivable par 4 where I clipped the rock and went in the water. This is a big green, a down 9 slope. This is absolutely getting wet if you don't get on the green. So I'm just going to pound a 5 wood, maybe get a shot of the week off the rock. Nope, but I'm happy with that. You got to be careful and don't try to get cute like I did. I got lucky. That probably should have missed by a mile. And then hole 18, this is a fun one. My good buddy Dave Sandmeyer will remember this hole. Actually, this setup is probably the nicest I've seen because I'm going to blow this 5 wood right at it. That 16-mile-an-hour wind's going to blow it up against the rock wall. If I hit the rock wall, I'm not too concerned. I want to hit the green first, though. And then that you've got a little bit of a buffer wall, kind of. So let's see if we can make some magic happen. Or maybe we don't even hit the wall and we just go straight in the hole. I'm okay with that, too. All right, no hole in 1. An okay score. I've definitely hit better on this course. A couple of mistakes, but some of those par 4s are pretty tricky. So, GoldenTee.com/locations. Again, find a PGA Tour or Golden Tee 2021 arcade game near you to get in on this action. And stay tuned. We'll have a Freaky Friday preview tomorrow, and we'll keep the week rolling. So, see you guys next time.